Round of group games in the Women's Championship. Great Britain in the blue, Canada in the red. Emmy Uren has had a false start for GB.
And this has been a problem for them, the restarts, that's for sure. You have your move from the first off, you have your options, what you want to get from your start off, and then to not even go 10, that's the thing that's very hard. You always seem like you're chasing.
No Isla Norman Bell, of course, for Great Britain. That's usually her area of expertise. So, gee, what a chance for Hogan Rochester. Liv Apps, Flo Simons, whoop, to pull some strings. Hogan Rochester almost having a false start, and away they go. Here come Canada, just pouring forward straight away. Oh, the link up, the offload. Was it Valenzuela who put it on a string for Hogan Rochester? But what a start for the Canadians. Yeah, likes that.
Oh, yeah, thumbs up, no doubt about that for Asia Hogan Rochester. But it come from mistake, a kickoff from GB to give them the opportunity. Hogan Rochester goes across field, gives a pass. Timing was brilliant. And that's a nice supporting line. There's a lot of tries to be had if you keep yourself in play. And Asia Hogan Rochester, one of the best at doing it. Yep, like that, 2 thumbs up, the Fonz, eh?
She is probably not old enough to know the Fonz.
I was just thinking that. I'm talking to myself there, probably.
5-0, what a start for Canada. Liv Apps sends it down the middle, a towering kickoff that's brought down by Abby Brown. You've gone early on the tackle, have Canada. So Brown will tear away. There's Vicky Laughlin, a host of newcomers as well this season, GB. Perhaps why they've lacked some of that consistency. Amy Wilson-Hardy didn't play the opening game, and she's got a great ball away here for Katie Schilliker, who's got plenty of gas, wrapped up though by Charity Williams, and Valenzuela grabs the loose ball. Good cover from Canada on defence. Norston now. Carissa Norston trying to toy with the defence, almost through, ridden to the turf by Brown. Apps, that's a big hole for Alicia Corrigan up towards halfway. Nice quick ball again for Canada, and they've got numbers out to the right. Valenzuela looking to put it on the chest for Williams. Oh, sit down one, and Charity Williams just barrels through. The defence will get the forward roll for good measure, and it's Charity Williams back on the score sheet for Canada.
Can take that all the way back to the great defence and the chase into the corner by, I think, by Williams. They stopped it in their own 22, and the ability to get clean, quick ball from ruck was a real feature. Look at that app straight over that pill. That's a great bridge right there. And the execution under pressure, see the passes in front, but Charity Williams, all speed and all power as well. Doesn't get much better than that.
Veteran player, and in this young Canadian side, a veteran is 28 years of age, but their 36th tournament, most experience in the Canadian team. Converts the try, 12-0, and away they go again. Schilliker keeps the hands free and gets it away. Uren now. Great Britain having to regroup once more. Wilson-Hardy made that nice initial bust and gets Uren through a couple of half gets. Or Canada now slipping off tackles. Flo Simons doesn't miss many though. She drags Uren down on the 10-metre line. Valenzuela tries to clear out, but GB protect it. Laughlin gets a nice ball around the corner, got long levers and had Abby Brown on the shoulder. And Great Britain do bounce back in this first half through the veteran Abby Brown.
Abby Brown, I love her effort. She does a lot of yards, doesn't see the number 2. Amy Wilson-Hardy's been fantastic in this match. There's a loop around and a nice give from Schilliker out to Abby Brown, making herself available. Gee, she covers a lot of deck. There's a number 2 for GB.
She's had such a horror run of injuries last season, and through all of that now, getting plenty of tournaments under the belt. 44 now for Abby Brown.
She's a character, isn't she? That's what I love. She is who she is, and she brings everything. She lays it on that jersey, that's for sure.
12-5 now, Great Britain trailing Canada. Straight up the middle, Valenzuela. She's become a real misfixit in this Canada team. Come in on a couple of occasions as Uren now puts a big shot on, and it's got a bit ragged from the Canadians. Great physical pressure from Great Britain to win possession back. Brown comes back into the traffic, little One-handed offload for Wilson Hardy. And Urian, the captain. Eventually spun to ground by Valenzuela, and Cowell clears it away. Working through the middle, shown to Campbell. Keeping the arms free, the offload sticking well. Some nice support play coming from Great Britain. Seem to have settled into this match a little more now. Cowell again gets it away. Urian can't quite control it, but it's going to be a penalty. Has it come off a Canadian on the way through? Had a play at it?
Oh, I think it has, yeah. Well, Charity Williams is the one being seen as the player knocking their ball down. Massive opportunity for Great Britain to get back in this one. They're going to call the scrum, so they're going to be one less in the backs here, Team Canada. Let's have a look-see. Charity Williams is the one coming around the second player in there. Yeah, you can see the tip on the left hand. Correct call.
Time back on.
Now, this is a tough place for Canada to defend because their halfback's going to be on this side. Lever Epps is going to go into first receiver. Look at that, all that space for Team GB to use if they can manipulate it properly.
Epps and Norston it is who has to cover a lot of ground for Canada here on defence. Laughlin ghosting across, going up through the middle. Great cover, Hogan Rochester once more. Shilliker on the edge. Norston's all over her. Very calm defensively, Canada at the moment, despite that player short. GB looking for Wilson Hardy again, crashing in through the line.
Loss.
Valenzuela had a couple of cracks at it, couldn't bring it away. Patient from Great Britain at the moment, looking to stretch. Cowell around the outside of Flo Simons just stood her up. Nice and patient it was from GB, and Heather Cowell scores for Great Britain, gets them right back into it.
Oh, look at this pre-line footwork from Heather Cowell, one-on-one against Flo Simons. This will be a nice look at it. See, there Flo Simons just takes the inside a little bit too much. As Cowell just goes bang, bang, bang with her fast footwork in front. Just a little bit of hesitation gave her an opportunity on the outside, and she exploits it.
Chance to even it up right on the stroke of half-time. Not going to go for GB, so it's Canada by 2, 12 points to 10, still with Charity Williams in the sin bin though, and time for a restart. Hogan Rochester. Canada will play, despite being short one player. Hogan Rochester. GB trying to pile in. And they'll get a penalty.
That's all right.
Canada overplay the hand a wee bit.
Oh, because it is a penalty and not a stop and play, Charity Williams has to stay off here. If they go for a scrum now, she can come back on. If they tapped and went, they would have had the one player advantage.
One step back, please. Thank you.
Really important timing for Charity Williams to come back into defence here.
Ready? Yes, please.
Well, the way you set this up, you want to go to the left-hand side of your team, GB. If you get a quick, clean heel here.
Sit.
It is nice and quick for Shona Campbell. They come away with Uren scooting around to the right, dragged down by Hogan Rochester, tracked her the whole way. Back they come. Great Britain looking to go ahead into extra time in this first half. Wilson Hardy. And that's going to go forward and knocked on, so it breaks down for GB just at the end. Canada hold on late in the half. They lead by 2, 12 points to 10. GB need a win. They drop their opening game. Here's Olivia App, sends it away for Canada. Caught in by Laughlin.
Tackle release.
GB through the hands, gets a kind bounce, does Heather Cowell, and almost got away from the Canadian defence as well. A shaky start from Great Britain, but they really got into their work in that second half. They're going to lose possession here though. Norston all over it. And Nicholas wants to get on with things. Here's Brie Nicholas, a veteran player in this Canadian team. Valenzuela had made the run but couldn't quite link up. Now Norston, one way then the other. Using that strength. Oh, might have been a chunk of hair in that tackle as well. Not the first time today. Nicholas. Well stopped by Shilliker on the 22. Now Apps looking for that
Advantage
space.
offside,
Brown's got
2.
her, but Brown was offside. Now Norston, and there's some space opening up for Carissa Norston. Thunders it back for Corrigan.
advantage, stay offside,
The penalty.
Can definitely feel the tempo defensively lift by Great Britain here at the moment. The Canadians, though, equally so right from the get-go. I think even from their first game against Japan, that's where they really stood out, their physicality, get some go-forward ball.
Faster, please.
Now, Giselle Mather, the GB coach, we were talking in Singapore that sevens is like a washing machine. You just constantly rinse and repeat and go and getting shaken all around. And you've got to be stable, really ready and mentally up for it.
Crouch.
Which perhaps where Great Britain have been a little bit guilty at times this season. Right in this fight. Levaps brings it away. Nicholas. Flo Simons with it. Oh, what a ball over the top. She's been the assist queen, Bree Nicholas, in this Canadian side, and Flo Simons obliges with the finish.
Oh, defensively, that's a bad read from GB. You got man on man, so that's player on the outside. So unfortunately, Laughlin needs to stay out. The inside's covered. But it's great work, as you said, from Nicholas to draw on that last defender. Flo Simons, well, she's too good for that sort of matchup, but man.
Really important strike for Canada, just to give them a bit of breathing room, as the conversion's good too, 19-10. Corrigan absolutely threw herself at that restart. Has come off her hand forward. It's a heck of an effort from Alicia Corrigan, the 16, arguing the point with the referee.
Well, there we go. Canada, total domination in recent times over Team GB. Team GB well within this one, that's for sure. 4 minutes is an age in the game of sevens, but they just need a little bit more polish on attack.
Sit.
Here they come on to attack. Great Britain again. A couple of really tall players who look to get the arms free. GB couldn't on that occasion. Here's Cal. Stuck in under their Apps releases. Nice hands on the edge from Georgie Lingham. And they'll concede a penalty.
Apps was just hunting those last couple of rucks. Goes quick.
Here she goes with Nicholas. They've got numbers here, but Bree Nicholas goes herself, almost squeezes between two defenders. Well and truly back on the front foot. Canada with the overlap. Oh, not on the edge. And there's the miscommunication. It came unstuck over on that far side between Valenzuela and Hogan Rochester.
Time off, stopped.
Olivia Apps here, just such an aware player,
11
isn't
and
she?
7.
That's what she brings. She brings that calmness amongst the storm. This Canadian outfit, you spoke about young players getting up to speed. Flo Simons or whatnot, this player right here, so good.
Red, I need the line form. Time back on.
Hits a dart too, fires an arrow to find Carissa Norston on that line out. Here come Canada again. They look really relentless on attack. This time the connection works between Simons and Hogan Rochester. Coming in to make the big hit was Maud. It needed to be made too. Apps again, right in the thick of everything for the Canadians at the moment. Simons trying to turn the GB defence. Corrigan runs hard onto it, and then Apps, and now Apps skips out of one, away from another, and a well-deserved try from Canada's captain, Olivia Apps.
Well, it's a play that's become a fad this year in particular in the game of sevens, is the wraparound. Olivia Apps just comes around and makes herself available, but the work was all done on the inside. But there's so much tries to be had if you're willing to get off your line and work hard.
Canada started their season perhaps a little slowly, but third in Hong Kong, third in Singapore, and looking really good here for a second straight win. 26-10 now, 90 seconds to go. Norston in and out of the bread basket, so it's there for Lingham.
Tackle release.
Campbell pressing for GB. Trying to get some quick strikes here, maybe looking at least a bonus point. This is a nice charge from Cow. Couldn't quite find Bonner on the edge. And she was dragged down by Poulam. Maud working in close quarters. Norston rushed up. Lingham did well.
No hands.
Simons just collected a little stray boot on the way through. Seems to be okay, though. Pops back up. Now Bonner, she has got real gas, Ren Bonner, if they get away from her, and she is going to try and streak away. Apps, really gutsy stuff from Liv Apps just to stick in. That's the work ethic again of the skipper. As Renika Bonner has got plenty of toe. Here come Great Britain again. Brown short this time. Can't find a way through this red wall of defence. Canada didn't concede a point in the first one, 2 tries in this one. Simon shoots up. They are going right to the end. I was going to say not quite win a penalty. Didn't quite give the clear release. Just had that bit of extra quality, have Canada. Katie Schilliker will get away for the final score for GB. They've kept working till the end. Canada, good for this victory.
Yeah, it's just been a slog offensively, hasn't it? For Team GB. Canada just working overtime defensively. This is after the Hooters, so this is going to be the last movement of this game. But Canada, they'll be pretty happy with it. Ended up being a pretty tough win.
They had to work for it. They just, those little extra moments, nice conversion to finish. And it is Canada who get 2 wins from 2 on day 1 in LA, 26 points to 17.